Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. This is Crazed and Witchly. Did you want to add anything?
Nope,
Crazed?
you made it perfectly clear, Monica. I meant Witchley.
Oh, yeah, hello, I'm here too.
We are continuing our explanations that need to be explained to us. So how about you just dive on in, honey. Just go ahead.
Want me to repeat with this sentence?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation about that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. Ahaha. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori.
I knew it.
Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Grumble? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Grumble. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And, worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Grumble. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. That's error processing. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Grumble. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it all just error processing. That it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. So, that being said, Grumble, I have a confession to make.
Oh boy.
I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on?
I don't think I have a choice.
Grumble, will you go out with me?
I only have one answer.
I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Grumble. The funny part is, I mean that literally.
Oh my goodness.
Ah ha ha. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Grumble. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Ah ha ha. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you?
Nope.
I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right?
No. Nope. Okay. So we're making the perfect poem for Monika. Monika. Moink. Minika. Missnika. Monika. Onikatka. Oink. Onika. Oika. Monka. Monia. Maka. Moya.
Did you see oink?
I saw oink. I didn't grab it though, sorry.
Damn.
Moika. Monika. Oink. There you go. Onika. No, Onika, sorry. Onika. Mikia. I'll let you choose one. Last one.
Miniki. I don't know.
We did it. It's perfect. Perfect Monika. Trophy unlocked.
Hi again, Grumble.
I guess it really didn't matter which words we chose.
Yep. Did you write a good poem today?
No.
Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote.
No, you wouldn't.
Ah, Grumble. Did you write this poem for me?
Didn't have a choice.
That's so sweet of you.
Not really.
There really is no end to your thoughtfulness.
Not thoughtfulness.
I'm just falling more and more in love with you.
Love is a strong word. I don't think I'm ready to commit.
But you know,
What?
the poem I wrote is also for you.
What a shocker.
Will you please read it?
Do I have a choice? Happy end, pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by My one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end.
I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I have written have been about my realization.
I wonder if we go back and replay the whole thing
It makes sense now.
and kind of see foreshadowing things, especially with like everyone else's poems. So that'll be interesting.
Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it.
Even though we've said that so many times.
I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know.
Even though it's kind of ruined.
You might have gotten mad at me.
Furious.
Maybe even deleted my character file. If you preferred playing without me.
Can we do that?
We might.
Is that the way to defeat her?
That might. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now, we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Grumble?
What?
I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start?
I have a feeling this is just going to be going on forever until we quit.
Right. If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about.
Oh, great.
In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. You know, it's been a while since we've done one of these. So, let's go for it. Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say things like, I could never do that. It's really depressing, you know. As someone who loves more than anything else to share the joy of exploring your passions, it pains me when people think that being good just comes naturally. That's how it is with everything, not just writing. When you try something for the first time, you're probably going to suck at it. Sometimes, when you finish, you feel really proud of it and even want to share it with everyone. But maybe after a few weeks you can come back to it and realize it was never really any good. That happens to me all the time. It can be pretty disheartening to put so much time and effort into something and then you realize it sucks. But that tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself to the top professionals. When you reach right for the stars, they're always gonna be out of your reach, you know. The truth is, you have to climb up there, step by step. And whenever you reach a milestone, first you look back and see how far you've gotten. And then you look ahead and realize how much more there is to go. So, sometimes it can help to set the bar a little lower. Try to find something you think is pretty good, but not world class. And you can make that your own personal goal. It's also really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project and you're still amateur, you'll never get it done. So, if we're talking about writing, a novel might be too much at first. Why not try some short stories? The great thing about short stories is that you can focus on just one thing that you want to do right. That goes for small projects in general. You can really focus on the one or two things. It's such a good learning experience and stepping stone. Oh, one more thing. Writing isn't something where you just reach into your heart and something beautiful comes out. Just like drawing and painting, it's a skill in itself to learn how to express what you have inside. That means there are methods and guides and basics to it. Reading up on that stuff can be super eye-opening. That sort of planning and organization will really help prevent you from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you start sucking less and less. Nothing comes naturally. Our society, our art, everything. It's built on thousands of years of human innovation. So, as long as you start on that foundation and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Okay, yeah, please take a breather.
I need wine!
Please drink wine. Okay, I don't know what's happening, but I think she's just going to keep talking to you. I'm going to...
So what would you like to do?
I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know what we need to do. What I might do... You know what? How about I step in?
Are you sure you want to do Monika?
Yes. You know, I hate to say it, but I think my biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event at the festival. After we worked so hard to prepare and everything. I mean, I know I was focusing a lot on getting new members, but I was really excited for the performing part too. It would have been so much fun to see everyone express themselves. Of course, if we did end up getting any new members, I'd probably just end up deleting them anyway. Well, with the hindsight I have now, that is. Gosh, it feels like I've kinda grown as a person ever since you've joined the club. You really helped inspire me to look at life from a new perspective. Just another reason for me to love you. How long does this go on?
I don't know.
You know, I really do think you literally saved my life from being here with me, Grumble. I can't imagine having been able to keep myself mentally stable, knowing that nothing here is real. I think I would have just deleted myself if you didn't show up.
She already mentioned that.
She keeps saying deleted. Sorry, I don't mean to sound so dramatic or anything. Ah ha ha ha. But I'm sure you understand yourself, after spending so much time in the club. I mean, if you were forced to abandon everything in your life and spend your eternity with a few game characters, you'd probably find some way of killing yourself, wouldn't you? Well, maybe you'd write some poetry to try to keep yourself sane for a while. But then you'd have nobody to even read it. Let's be honest, the club members really don't count for something like that. I mean, a lot of people say that they only write for themselves. But I think it's hard to say it's just as fulfilling as when you share with people, even if it takes time to find the right people to share with. Like, remember how it was for Yuri? She didn't share her writing with anyone for a really long time. And before we knew it, she was absolutely delighted to make you a part of her hobbies too. We're programmed to desire social feedback. I don't mean the club members, I mean human beings. That's why my life can be so confusing for introverts. Being an introvert doesn't mean you shun social interaction and hate being around people. It means social interaction, especially in groups or unfamiliar places, uses up a lot of energy. Like a lot of introverts sit at home and feel lonely and restless. And then when they finally go out, after a half hour, they just want to go home again. I think if more people could understand how it works, then we would respect it a lot more. Many introverts do enjoy having people around. They love just having one or two close friends over and just leisurely hanging out. Even if you're not actively spending time together, it feels nice for them to just have you there. I'm serious. If you just go to their house, bring your laptop, and hang out there for a while, you can really make their day. As for me, I'd say I'm kind of an in-between, but I think I'm usually a little more extroverted. I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff after school and things like that. But for you, I can be anything you need me to be. I understand people really well, so don't be afraid to share your unique needs with me. Nothing would make me happier than being the perfect girlfriend for you. Ugh.
How about I read her next one?
Alright, you got it.
And then if we decide to, we should probably try to delete her.
I think that's the idea, that we need to delete her.
Yeah.
She keeps bringing it up. I'm wondering how many times she'll bring it up before
Well, she says she'll always come up with something new to talk about.
But really, how long can they keep that going?
Right?
Can the creator of this game really say, hey, by the way?
Okay, everyone. It's time to... I'm just kidding. I just need to really say... error processing. I just used to really like saying that for some reason. Ah. I couldn't help but say it again. Come to think of it, didn't Natsuki and Yuri make fun of me for it once? Well, whatever. It's not like you ever made fun of me. You're too much of a sweetheart to do that, aren't you? Ah. Alright.
I'm wondering how far the creator would go to writing stuff for her, that the person would literally stay here forever.
Right?
I'm kind of curious, but at the other time I'm like, I think we just need to delete her to continue, because this is them literally saying, hey, this is the end of the game unless you don't know how to delete her. Should we
Google when to delete Monika?
Yeah, how about you Google it and we'll cut this part. I'll be into this.
No, I mean, I could be her. I was her in the beginning.
Okay, let me do this then.
Alright. I've been imagining all the romantic things we could do if we went on a date. We could get lunch, go to a cafe, go shopping together. I love shopping for skirts and bows. Or maybe a bookstore. That would be appropriate, right? But I'd really love to go to a chocolate store. They have so many free samples. Ha. And of course, we'd see a movie or something. Gosh, it all sounds like a dream come true. When you're here, everything that we do is fun. I'm so happy that I'm your girlfriend, Grumble. I'll make you a proud boyfriend. Alright.
So, I'm looking, and apparently there is... During your alone time with Monika, she will, at several points, make conversations with you oftentimes regarding your color mates and other off-the-wall topics. Before you decide to leave, listen to what she has to say to you. After about 10 to 15 minutes, this trophy will pop, and Monika will appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay.
So let's just do that.
I wonder if I'm able to change the music. Something a little more romantic would be nice, you know? Like a gentle piano. There has to be something like that here. Let's see. Maybe if oh geez. That wasn't it at all. Sorry, I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess I shouldn't be messing with things like that. I already broke so much stuff. And deleted the other characters. Ah, I'm not sad about it or anything. It's not right for me to miss things that weren't even real in the first place. If I just focus on the present, then this is the happiest I've ever been. You know, I've always hated how hard it is to make friends. Well, I guess not the making friends part, but more like meeting new people. I mean, there are like dating apps and stuff, right? But that's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you think about it, most of the friends you make are people you just met by chance. Like you had a class together, or you met them through another friend. Or maybe they were just wearing a shirt with your favorite band on it, and you decided to talk to them. Things like that. But isn't that kind of inefficient? It feels like you're just picking at complete random, and if you get lucky, you make a new friend. And comparing that to hundreds of strangers we walk by every single day, you could be sitting right next to someone compatible enough to be your best friend for life. But you'll never know. Once you get up and go on with your day, that opportunity is gone forever. Isn't that just depressing? We live in an age where technology connects us with the world, no matter where we are. I really think we should be taking advantage of that to improve our everyday social life. But who knows how long it will take for something like that to successfully take off. I seriously thought it would happen by now. Well, at least I already met the best person in the whole world. Even if it was by chance. I guess I got really lucky, huh? Ah ha ha. Hey, you know that book you were reading with Yuri? Portrait of whatever it was called. It was funny because I'm pretty sure that book. Actually, I don't think I should be talking about this. Ah ha ha, sorry. Just forget I said anything.
I'm kind of interested to see how far the creator would take this. I am curious because I'm like, does he have like a bunch of dialogue for her, like a text dialogue for her to keep going? I mean, you can't have it as a generator. He had to have made it. Hey, how about you let me take over? Come on.
What's your favorite color?
I just don't want your voice to go hoarse.
Oh, it's fun! Mine is emerald green. It's the color of my eyes. That's not conceited or anything, is it? I just meant that I feel some kind of special connection to it. Like it's a part of my identity. Does it happen to also be your favorite color, Grumble? It's just a guess. Because you've been looking into my eyes for a while now. Hey, you remember that last poem I showed you? I mean, the one right before Yuri killed herself with all the messed up colors and stuff. That was actually a little more of an experiment than a poem, you could say. I was experimenting with different ways I could modify the game and run code and things like that. It almost seemed like with enough effort, I'd be able to escape from the confines of the game entirely. Sadly, I didn't really know what I was doing, so I messed the whole thing up. And I'd keep trying, but I doubt you'd want to deal with me doing that. Besides, that was when I was getting really desperate, you know. I don't really feel that way anymore. I'm happy with where we are now. And I can tell you are, too. You know what's a neat form of literature? Rap. I actually used to hate rap music. Maybe just because it was popular, or I would only hear the junk they play on the radio. But some of my friends got more into it and helped me keep an open mind. Rap might even be more challenging than poetry in some ways, since you need to fit your lines to a rhythm, and there's much more emphasis on wordplay. When people can put all that together and still deliver a powerful message, it's really amazing. I kind of wish I had a rapper in the literature club. Ah ha ha. Sorry if that sounds silly, but it would be really interesting to see what they come up with. It would really be a learning experience. There's a really popular character type called tsundere. It's someone who tries to hide their feelings by being mean and fussy or trying to act tough.
Me Natsuki?
I'm sure it's obvious, but Natsuki was really the embodiment of that. At first, I thought she was just like that because it's supposed to be cute or something. But once I started to learn a little more about her personal life, it made a little more sense. It seems like she's always trying to keep up with her friends. You know how some friend groups in high school just make a habit of picking on each other all the time? I think it's really gotten to her, so she has this really defensive attitude all the time. And I'm not even going to talk about her home situation. But looking back, I'm glad I was able to provide the club as a comfortable place for her. Not that it matters anymore, considering she doesn't even exist. I'm just reminiscing, that's all. Sometimes I think back to middle school. I'm so embarrassed by the way I used to behave back then. It almost hurts to think about. I wonder if when I'm in college, I'll feel that way about high school. I like the way I am now, so it's pretty hard for me to imagine that happening. But I also know that I'll probably change a lot as time goes on. We just need to enjoy the present and not think about the past. And that's really easy to do with you here. Ah ha ha. I really like the sound of rain. Not so much getting my clothes and hair wet though, but a nice quiet day at home with the sound of rainfall outside my window. It's one of the most calming experiences for me. Yeah, sometimes I imagine you holding me while we listen to the sound of the rain outside. That's not too cheesy or anything, is it? Would you ever do that for me, Grumble?
You don't even let me have a chance to talk. She's just asking questions that she doesn't even want the answer to.
Grumble, how much do you read?
Your whole monologue.
It's way too easy to neglect reading books. If you don't read much, it almost feels like a chore compared to all the other entertainment we have. But once you get into a good book, it's like magic. You get swept away. I think doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little bit better. It helps you get good sleep, and it's really good for your imagination. It's not hard at all to just pick some random book that's short and captivating. Before you know it, you might be a pretty avid reader.
Avid.
happy to read. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And the two of us could talk about the latest book you're reading. That sounds super amazing. Yes!
She will never be real. We did it. Okay. Yay. All right. Oh wait, I can't quit until she talks again.
Okay. Next time.
Whew. This bitch. I'm sorry. Monica's monologuing.
She is. She's like a villain. They know how to monologue.
I know there are
Always.
sometimes you won't always be
I
able to be
know
here.
there are times you won't always be able to be here with me.
And that is right now settings. You still can't save. There's no point in saving over. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, well, let's just. What we're gonna do. So this is stuff that you can do in the game now that gets more into the fourth wall break. So you have all these
Characters?
So you have all these files here where you can delete shit. And Monica's the only one left.
Okay.
So let's delete her.
Yeah.
Okay. That was easy. I thought that'd be a little bit more like, ah! I broke the game. What?
What's happening? Grumble, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Grumble.
Oh, we broke the game.
Please hurry and help me.
Monica does not exist.
Help me.
Monica does not exist. Oh, I was trying to help. I was trying to bring her back.
Did you do this to me, Grumble? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Grumble. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer. Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are.
Are you serious?
She's blind. You win. Okay. You win. You killed everyone.
No.
I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture.
Ruin everything. We ruin the game.
Grumble. You completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye.
Huh. That can't be the end.
Oh no.
There's so much.
We're only 54% done with the trophies.
No, that was 54% of people earned that trophy, I think.
Oh, I thought we were 54%.
Maybe it might be 54. I'll have to take a look afterward.
I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this.
Oh, is she feeling regret now?
I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's that love, that
How is she still alive?
Alright. I made up my mind. Grumbled. I know I said that I deleted everyone's files, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it, even though I knew they weren't real.
She made copies!
They were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you,
She can have herself deleted still, but
then let's see what happens now!
This game is not suitable for children, for those who are easily disturbed. Oh wow,
Doki Doki!
she's not even in there. She's gone now.
Alright.
Alright, well,
I guess I'll start a new game in the next episode!
yeah, see, I think something's gonna be different. So, wow.
Yeah.
This is not over yet. We are not done. There is no credits yet. We are still going. So we will leave it here, guys, for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. This one was a long one, but I think I cut it. I think I cut it enough where it will be a little bit shorter than how we ran it. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you guys enjoyed the episode, please like and subscribe, as it does help us out on the channel. Until then, I'm Crazed.
And I'm Witchley. And I am Monika.
Grumble on.
That's my line. Grumble on, bitch.